Michelle here with StrawBearie.com, and today I'm going to teach you how to put your Texas homecoming mum all together once you have all the pieces and parts made. So once you have your loops made, you're going to put those on your circle of cardboard. This circle of cardboard is the cardboard that comes on a spool of ribbon. So you can definitely recycle and reuse. You can cut a circle out of cardboard, like from a cereal box. That would work really well. And you're just gonna staple your loops on. Now I have both awareness ribbon loops and regular fold over loops on this one. This one's, I think, needs to move. I'm gonna pull it off real fast, so that I have a variety of loops. You can definitely just do one style of loop. You don't have to do both. You can do layers of loops, put one style on the back and one style on the front. I'm just doing them all in the same layer. I'm just alternating which type of loop they are. This is going to be a smaller mum, like for a smaller child or for a boy. Now we have to decide how long we want our ribbons to be. This one here is about 3 feet. If it's pinned right here, it goes down to the thigh. Some of them will go all the way down past the knee, and maybe even towards the ankle, but I kind of feel like that's a little bit of a tripping hazard. This one's been sitting in the box, it's a little wrinkled. This is a smaller one for a child, or actually it's got the garter on the other side so that it can be a boutonniere for a guy. So this one, the ribbons are much shorter. If you can see that, because I don't want it to get in the way with things that they're needing to do. So this one, it's 12 to 18 inches actually. So I'm going to take my yardstick and I'm going to just start cutting ribbon, and I think I'm going to make these all 15 inches. Now when you cut at the end, you do want to snip it diagonally, and I like to use all kinds of thicknesses of ribbons. So I cut every other one diagonally. So this one is flat, so I can attach it up at the top, and this side is diagonal. I like to use a variety of ribbons, and this is where I don't stick with just the satin ribbons that you will see on most mums. I will throw in some sparkly ribbons and some grosgrain ribbons and some polka dotted ribbons, and just anything that I can find that I think will make it look a little bit more fun. I like to use ribbons in different sizes. So I do this assembly line style where I'm taking and cutting all of my ribbons, and I think I'm going to try some of this lavender ribbon. I think that might be kind of a cool addition to this mum, especially if it ends up being for like a little sister. And you know, I really don't have a set number of ribbons that I cut and that I use. I just cut until I think that it feels right to me. Now this one is printed and it says homecoming. And so on this one, I am going to make sure that I get the end of the word, and that's where I'm going to cut this one off at. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut it from either side up. So it gets the end is that type of end. And let's see. I even like to use curling ribbon. But for this, a lot of times I will make it a little bit longer so that I can curl it. So maybe make it twice as long. And honestly, I'm gonna probably do this several times and then attach them all at once. It's usually easier that way. And let's go ahead and let's do a polka dotted one. So my fancier ribbons, I don't always do as many. as I do with the cheaper, plainer ribbons. Okay, now that you have your ribbons cut, you're going to staple them onto another cardboard round. Again, you can use the back side of the spools, you can cut your own out of cereal boxes, or you can pay a couple bucks and buy them pre-cut at the craft store. I guess it depends on what makes more sense to you, saving money or having it done for you quickly. So I start with my fattest ribbons at the back. And I'm just kind of layering them up. And sometimes I change my mind. Let's go ahead and do purple, white, purple, white. Then I'm going to start layering some of my thinner ribbons on top of those. So put this purple one here. And let's do this white one here. Let's do some of our more decorative ribbons. So I'm going to put this polka dotted one right there. Let's do our one that says homecoming right in the center. We have these lavender ones. I'm going to add my gold ribbon to the opposite side of where my polka dot ribbon is. I'm going to take my curling ribbon. I'm going to put it to the side here a little bit. I'm going to try to catch all 4 of these little loops in one staple. Let's take this braid that I made, and I'm going to start it on one side. And I'm going to put the other end over on the other side. You can see that that is starting to look really good. So you're going to have the ribbons, and then you're going to staple or glue this on top, and then you're going to glue your flower to the top of that. And this flower is actually, I think, almost too big for this one. It's a nice gold flower, a little different. And then after that, all you do is you add your little doodads. The flower, if you can see that, it has a little stem sticking out. So I like to kind of cut it down a little bit so it's not sticking out so bad. And then I'm going to hot glue the heck out of this. And stick it in the middle of my other circle. And using these is kind of cool because it's got that little spool circle already there. And then I'm going to take this one and I'm going to put it behind. So I like to use a mixture of hot glue and staples. So let's hot glue, hot glue, hot glue. Stick that one on. And then to make sure that it's really going to stay in place, I'm going to stick my stapler in, try to at least. Staple it together in 1 or 2 places. Now comes the fun. We get to bling this out. So depending on what type of themes that you have, you're either going to glue or tie. So I think I will use this white football helmet. And I'm going to glue it to this ribbon. Boom. Careful not to burn yourself with hot glue. And then got this little silver football, and I'm gonna put it on one of my curling ribbons. So the first thing I'm gonna do is find my scissors, and then I'm going to curl one of these ribbons. Always find it easiest to find the direction that it naturally wants to go before curling it. Once it's all curled, then I'm gonna just stick it through the loop on this football. And you can start decorating this and getting as creative as you want. I have some purple footballs here that I just bought, but they are beads. So what I think I'm gonna do with this is I'm gonna find another one of those curling ribbons, and I'm gonna see if I can do this, see if I can get the ribbon to go through the bead. And I'm just gonna thread, I think I'm gonna thread one on, then I'm gonna tie a knot so that it won't fall any farther than that. And then I'm gonna thread another one on. I think it would be cool to make like a chain of these football beads as well. And I think that looks really cute, just like that. You may have some of the plastic pieces. So this one says own it. And they do break apart. Sometimes they leave that little plastic edge, but I can glue that on one of the ribbons. I'm going to add the year. Let's see. Just using some stickers. So you can use stickers or you can use glitter glue. You can use iron-on, vinyl, whatever works. You might want to test it on your ribbons. I've had some ribbons where everything sticks to, and I've had some ribbons where nothing sticks to. And you can keep adding stuff all day. And then I got this little horse, and I thought this horse would be super cute since we are the Mustangs, just right there in the middle. Gonna put some glue on the back side of my horse. I'm gonna stick him right down in the center of my flower. Got a couple ribbons I need to curl up. And then last but not least, definitely not least, you gotta have a bell. So I've got, that might be fun, big cowbell. I've got these little bells. I think I'll use the little bells since this is such a little mum. And I'm gonna, so if the loop is a little too small, the hole in the bell or the football or whatever is a little small, fold your ribbon to make it a little smaller and tighter, and twist it tight so that you can get it through. And I think I'm gonna do 2 bells on the same ribbon. So just like I did with those football beads, I'm gonna tie a little knot here. This time I'm gonna go around the bell to make sure it doesn't slip. And these bells, they jingle, but they're pretty quiet. If you wear your mum to school, at my school, you have to tape your bells during the school day. You can untape them to wear them to the football game, but during the school day, you gotta tape down those bells so that they're not annoying everyone in all your classes. So my last step is to pretty up the back of this. So the back has all these staples. It's a little dangerous. It might snag your clothes and stuff. So to pretty up the back, I'm taking a third piece of cardboard, and gluing the heck out of this. And I'm gonna stick that there just to pretty it all up. And I almost forgot. So one thing that I do like to do is I will take an extra loop of ribbon, not too long, just about 4 inches or so. And I will stick it in on the back. I should have done this before I glued this last one. Right up at the top. And I'll put that one on so that they have something to attach it to. And I will add a safety pin so that they can pin it to their shirt. I hope that you enjoyed this video learning how to put a Texas homecoming mum together. Check out all the other videos in the series about what to buy and how to make the braids and how to make the loops and stuff. And I hope that y'all have a super fantastic day. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and in the comments, tell me if you would want a smaller mum like this or if you'd want one that hangs all the way down to your ankles. Thanks so much for watching. Toodles!